Hey guys, it's Ben here at Strength Factory, and this is episode 2 of Factory Knowledge, where I bring you all the information, top tips and training advice you need for action sports. Now, in this one I'm going to start off, I'm going to go through cluster sets with you. Now, cluster sets aren't like specific to any sport, it's just a training technique that's really useful for boosting strength and improving performance, as well as being time efficient. Now, normally when you do a set, it's made up of 2 to 15 reps or something like that, and you just do all of those reps in one go. Now, that's great for a lot of the time, but quite often it's useful to actually get a little bit more work done than that, and a cluster set lets you do that. So let's take the example of someone who's just beginning training, and maybe they can only do like 5 press-ups in one go. So, and that fifth one is a real grind. We're starting to lose that technique a little bit. Now, in that case, you'd only be able to do normally maybe 3 sets of 5 or 3 sets of 4. And over the whole session, you'd only get 12 or 15 reps of press up done. Maybe you do 5 in the first, 5 in the second, and so on. So a cluster set gives us the ability to get a bit more done in the session. That's going to really help to boost your strength gains. So taking that example, let's say you can only do 5 press ups at the moment. What we could do is a cluster set where we do 3 sets of a cluster of 2, 2, 2, 2. So that's 8 press-ups in total, broken down into 2s. So this is how it would work, okay, if you actually did it. You would do 2 press-ups, take a short rest, 15-20 seconds, 2 press-ups, short rest, 2 press-ups, and so on. And then eventually there, you've got 8 reps of press-ups done in that one set. Do that 3 times, obviously, for the 3 sets, and you end up getting a lot more good quality work done. Rather than always trying to push on and do the extra reps, so do 5 or 6 and get to that really shaking, like poor quality reps, by doing the cluster sets like that, you always do good quality reps. So I'm just going to show you that example of a cluster set of 4 lots of 2 reps. So do 2 reps, pause, take about 15 seconds, I'm going to recover, and it means that the next 2 reps are going to be real good quality. (15, 20 seconds, maybe even a little longer, maybe even 30 seconds. Same again, 1 more pause, 1 more. And you can see there that in that one set, by breaking it down into the clusters of 2, I've got 8 reps done instead of 5. And when you then do 3 sets over the course of your training session, we're going to end up, instead of 15 total reps, around 24, assuming that you get them all done. You may only do 6 reps on the last one, that's fine. It's still getting more reps, and the key here, and it's at the heart of everything I do, is that they're good quality reps, rather than like grinding that last one out, which is sometimes what needs to happen. Now, the other time it's really useful to do this sort of thing is actually on big heavy lifts like deadlifts and squats and things like that. So you could take your 5 rep max deadlift, let's just call it 100 kilos is what you can do for 5 reps with good form, and you could do a cluster set of 3, 3 and 3, for instance. And so we're going to lift that 5 rep weight of 100 kilos 3 times, and take that little rest of 20 to 30 seconds, and then do it again, and then do it again. And so that what we're doing then is we're exposing ourselves to lifting that heavy weight more frequently during that set. So we get a larger total amount of work done over the course of the session. So cluster sets are really useful. I use them quite a lot in my programming. They're especially for people who are just learning bodyweight exercises like pull-ups and press-ups and stuff like that. They're particularly useful for that, in my opinion. So part 2 will be coming up in just a second. But yeah, let me know what you think about cluster sets, if you ever tried them, and if you do try them, then let me know how you're getting on. Drop me a line. Thanks very much. Hey guys, it's part 2 of episode 2 of Factory Knowledge, and this one again, like the first one, the second part is a little less practical, a little more philosophical about how to think about your training and approach it, and hopefully this one is going to be useful for any young coaches out there trying to develop your skills in this complicated but simple game. So the idea that I want to talk about now is this idea of training the adaptation, not the exercise. Now, what I mean by that is when people get really hung up on the idea that maybe everyone's got a back squat, or everyone's got a front squat, or everyone should Olympic lift and things like that. What I would say is we're training to be better at life and to be better at sports. And to do that, the adaptation that we want, let's say, is to have stronger legs. Now, we are not powerlifters or Olympic lifters or CrossFitters, and so the actual way we go about doing that is less important than that end result. So the adaptation we want is strong legs, and we can do that by back squatting or front squatting or bodyweight squatting or single leg work, or rear for elevated split squat and lunges or pistol squats. There's all these different exercises that allow us to train the adaptation that we want. We want the body to adapt to the stress of the exercise, the stress of the positions we put it under and the loads that we put it under. Okay, so it's the adaptation of getting stronger that's going to then make you better at your sport, whether you're skiing or mountain biking or whatever it is. It's the adaptation that makes you better. And so it's something that I think a lot of people are guilty of. It's this idea that I've got to be back squatting or something like that, even though you've got a history of like lower back pain and things like that. And actually, maybe back squatting isn't the best way for you to get the adaptation of stronger legs. Maybe you would actually do well, dare I say it, to get in the leg press and until your back is in a better position, where you can then go and do back squat if you want to and things like that. So it's kind of simple really. Don't focus too much on I must do this exercise or this exercise. Just think, right, what do I need to achieve? I need to be better at pushing or pulling, or pushing with my legs or absorbing force with my legs and all of that. And there are lots of different ways to achieve that, and it's about finding the right one that's good for you as an individual, or if you're a coach, it's about finding the right one that works with the athlete or client population that you're working with. So don't get too hung up on the exercises. Just think, what's the adaptation I want here? I need this athlete, or I need myself to be able to do X better. Right, I've got this many different options to do that, and let's think about what kit I've got available, what space I've got available, the skill level of the individual doing it, and then you can apply the right exercise to get the adaptation you want to then improve in the sport that you're doing. So hopefully that makes sense. As always, let me know what you think, and if you want anything covered in Factory Knowledge number 3, then let me know, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks very much.